I believe, in my personal opinion, as soon as you decide to sign up to a welding school, a welding program, and you decide to say, you know what, I want to become a welder. The day you decide that is when you start building your personal brand. I would recommend, if you decide to dive into the avenue of welding and fabrication or ironworking or pipe welding or any type of field that involves welding, create your YouTube channel. Create you a page on social media to document your journey. Document everything you go through. Document the good times. Document the bad times. Most definitely document the bad times, because we know in life you're going to have more good than bad sometimes, especially when you're building, when you're learning, when you're educating. And when you're building your brand, it's good to be organic and authentic. Like, it's good to say exactly what you want, know exactly what you want. And when you get started, you might not know that, but you just know, hey, I want to build a welding brand. And maybe 5 to 10 years down the line, you might change your ideas several times, because the more you learn, the more you earn. So I would say, realistically, start thinking about what direction you want to go in, how much money you want to make, where do you want to live, what's the cost of living in your area. You have to be realistic when you're building your brand. You can't build $1 million brand in an area that is poverty stricken. You might have to have an online presence to get the money you need, or you might have to move to a different location to get the money you need. Keep that in mind when you're building your brand. I think a lot of times we be unrealistic with that standpoint on building our brand. I'm trying to keep the sun from getting behind me and blinding us and it's light. But when you're building your brand, fam, you have to keep all of those things in mind, because you're learning. Learn exactly everything that deals with what you're trying to accomplish. Like, don't don't miss anything. Don't try to finesse nothing. Don't try to cheat, because there's no such thing as cheating. You got to learn the process. I like to say it's products over talent, but we can't reinvent the wheel. So we got to get the talent first, fam, and then start building products. That's how the game works. So there's no shortcuts you can take. You literally got to get your hands dirty, fam. You literally got to put in the work. You literally have to make the sacrifices. You have to learn. You're going to get burnt. You know what I mean? It's like, if you want to be a boxer, you think you're going to step in the ring and you ain't going to get hit in the chin a couple times. Come on now. It's going to happen, because that's the field, the direction that you chose to travel in. So when you're building your welding brand, be conscious of your age limit. You starting out 17, 18, 19 or whatever, there's going to be transitional stages from like 18 to 25, from 25 to 35, from 35 to 55, from 55 to on up. You know, there's different levels of transitioning. So you got to prepare yourself, and you have to keep those things in mind. A lot of times you're not going to get this type of information. Like, people ain't going to be real with you. And I'm only sharing this with you because I've been building my brand, and in the process, I've learned a lot of things. A lot of things that I can share that can really help someone keep from stumbling and falling like I did, because you're going to go down the same road. That's one thing I learned in life. So if someone went down that road before you, they might can give you some information or some jewels you can use. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind when you are building your brand. Don't take no shortcuts. Learn it all, fam, and expand. Don't stay in a box. The goal is to expand. So if you're in a small area and there's not a lot of money there, you need an online presence. Online presence. You're not going to get over the hump, fam, if you don't invest in yourself. You got to invest in yourself. A lot of the younger generation, I see them with the nice shoes and nice clothes, and then they come with cheap boots and cheap gloves. I'm like, bro, that's how you take care of yourself. You're going to spend more money on your image than you're going to do on what take care of you to support that image. We got to think better, fam. You know, it's like I seen a guy pulling up at a McDonald's in a Lamborghini. That was for his image, and he's buying McDonald's, so he's feeding his body some fake food, but he's feeding his image thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Make it make sense, fam. So that's just something to think about, fam. Salute, salute. Thanks for checking in. So I just wanted to be realistic with you and say, when you're building your brand, start building it as soon as you decide that you want to become a welder. Start you a channel as soon as you start, because you are building your legacy. You are building your own retirement. As soon as you start learning, fam, this knowledge, this information, all of that is valuable, and you can use this to level out your business and level out yourself coming up later in years. So start you a YouTube channel as soon as you start your journey. Start you a page as soon as you start your journey, to keep up with the things you went through. Document everything, ups, downs, lows, all the above. Information you got, things you wish you would have learned after you did it. All of those things is going to make you more valuable when you're building your brand. So I've been running through some things lately while I've been building my brand. I first started off with Hog On. And that Hog On brand, literally I got an email last night was talking about someone's trying to infringe on my Hog On brand. But I already got it copyrighted. I started the trademark process, and I literally knew that what I was doing was going to be valuable. It wasn't valuable then when I was just saying Hog On. It wasn't valuable then. But as I was getting my Hog On, though, I made it valuable. Now someone's trying to steal it from me, fam. So it lets me know that I built something of value. And if you built something one time, you can build it again. But I started a new brand with this channel, Your Welding Coach. And so all I'm saying is, if you start early and you do the things right, it's going to pay off in the long run. If I didn't do what I did to get me here, then there's no way I could protect myself. There's no way I know the proper steps to get over the hump. But I do though. And so all I'm saying is, fam, if you're building your brand, don't miss those steps. Be humble. Learn from everybody. Learn from everybody. You know what they say, you can learn a lot from a dummy, and you can. So learn from everybody. Stay humble. And just know that, hey, it doesn't happen overnight, fam. But I promise you, it will happen over time. Keep getting your hog on, fam. Keep pushing and believe in what you want. You got to believe in it or it don't work, fam. I mean, you have to not only believe in it, you have to put that information. And I was talking to a friend the other day. They was like, man, I've been going to counseling, but it's not working. I said, are you applying the information that you got when you was going? And they just looked at me like, nah, you're not going to get the results if you don't apply the knowledge. Knowledge not applied is vain. You only get wisdom when you apply the knowledge. That's where wisdom comes from. Because now you know and you're actually doing better because you're applying the knowledge. That's how you become wise. But if you don't apply the knowledge and you don't use the knowledge, you never become wise or smart, and you never have the opportunity to give something to somebody else. Some jewels you can pass to your kids or just, someone else that's coming up behind you. So just keep that in mind, fam. When you're building your brand, don't do no shortcuts. Learn it all. And start your channel, start your blog, start documenting your journey as soon as you decide you want to be a welder. As soon as you make that decision, start documenting your journey. Start taking pictures, start doing videos, start talking about your ups, your lows, document everything. Because later, it's going to help you, fam. Later, what you did in your early stages is going to help build your retirement. We know now that if you're waiting on a retirement by the time you get older, it might not be one there. So you got to build your own. And being a welder and a fabricator, you actually got that asset to build your own. The information you got is useful. The information you got is valuable, and someone want to hear it from you. So make sure that you blog everything. The day you step into that welding school, you step into that class, you start your welding brand. Just remember that, fam. And you're going to be all right. But you got to keep that in mind. And you got to remember that you can't miss any steps. Document everything. Be honest, be real. Stay humble. And doors going to open every time, fam. I can't make it up. Doors going to open every time. The reason I'm getting my hog on now is because I started documenting as soon as I started. And I wish I would have started as soon as I was released from prison, but I didn't. By the time I learned the game, I had to kind of fast track it. So to keep you from having to do what I do, I'm telling you now, As soon as you decide that this is going to be your career, start documenting your journey, fam. Create you a channel. You ain't got to know what you're doing. You don't have to know off the top. Just post and go and learn as you go. And I swear it'll change your life. Y'all be blessed. Continue to prosper. Hold on.